Welcome to preparing rudder skins for riveting. We have to deburr all the holes in each skin on both sides because they could have gotten a burr on them when they were punched at the factory. Ugh, 258 holes, two sides to each skin. It's over 1,000 deburring operations on those holes alone on the skins. So, but we had it done. I went out and shot some primer on them where the stiffeners are going to go, and now we're doing the dimpling. I created a little foam table for that thing so that the skin didn't sort of rest anywhere but on it, and it was just a pain in the butt. So I said, nope, enough of that. We'll just let it rest on the table. I think what I'm going to do in the future is use one of my rolling table in the garage and create some sort of recessed area for that dimpler to go. I'm also using the squeezer as a dimpler here as well. This is all extremely sped up because most of it is repetitive operations and it's pretty boring. So I'm bored obviously too, just sort of sitting there watching their planes take off and land while I do the dimpling in this stuff. And then next up, start setting up the countersink cage for the rudder trailing edge. And I'm also doing a little bit of test fit. So I'm sort of doing a countersink in this big piece of angle aluminum that was in the vise to sort of see how deep I wanted to countersink the trailing edge wedge so it would fit the dimples from the skin. So a dimple that I didn't explain it earlier, but basically you're forming the metal into a dimple. It's like countersunk on one side so that the flush rivet will sit flush into it, but then of course it creates a little outie on the other side. So we got to countersink the trailing edge wedge for the rudder so that way the dimple will fit nicely into that. Dimples can rest in other dimples, but in this piece, we need to countersink both sides because it's at the very end of the rudder. Anyway, that's it for this one, and we'll get to back riveting in the next video.